Hi, welcome to our RAD vlog lesson for March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, the patron saint of the Irish. And one of the legends holds that he was not able to get much traction in converting the Irish to Christianity until he began using the shamrock as an example to illustrate the Trinity. And because the Irish already had triple gods and triple goddesses and triskelions and triquetras and poetic triads, which were druidic lists of things set in threes to make them easier to remember. Three was a sacred number to the Irish. That's when St. Patrick started getting some traction and getting them to be able to see Christianity as akin and related to their own pagan ways, which I'm proud to say as an Irishman, they never really entirely departed from. St. Bridget is actually the goddess Breed. If you go and look at a lot of the churches, you will still find pagan statuary and pagan symbology. We are going to play the slip jig, which is a 9-note rhythm. So that's 3 times 3. So that is Irish to the max. Yo. This first pattern is adapted from the traditional basic Boran pattern you would play for a slip jig. Our second and third patterns today are actually adapted from the melodies of a couple of famous slip jigs and transposed onto the djembe. And I like to encourage that with my students to practice playing along with music and sure, follow the drums, but then you know what? Follow the vocals, follow another instrument, and try to imitate what it's doing. It's a great way to build facility, and it's a great way to expand your repertoire of expressions. Bass, rest, tone, tone, rest, tone, 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 bass, rest, tone, tone, rest, tone, 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 bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Much slower than a slip jig would actually be danced. Now the next two are going to be a little tricky, so be kind in your expectations. And the first one is one of the basic melodies from Drops of Brandy adapted onto djembe. The pattern is going to be tone slap, tone, tone, bass, tone, tone, bass, tone, tone, slap, tone, tone, bass, tone, tone, rest, tone, and then that's where it loops around the cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. notice going through it that essentially the pattern is, if we begin on the very last note, the ninth note of each line, the pattern is tone, tone, slap, tone, tone, bass, tone, tone, bass. And on the second line, that bass is simply left out. Our final pattern for the slip jig is maybe the most famous slip jig, the Rocky Road to Dublin. The pattern here is going to be slap, 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 tone, rest, tone, tone, rest, tone, bass, rest, tone, tone, rest, rest, tone, rest, slap, 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 tone, rest, tone, tone, rest, tone, bass, rest, tone, tone, rest, rest, tone, rest, slap, and back into the groove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there you have the Rocky Road to Dublin on djembe. We will look forward to tomorrow's vlog lesson with you. Be well.